I'm doing like so many today, but yeah, so I'm gonna try and do this quick. But ooh, yeah, this is a small version. I absolutely love it. Look at this. Look at this. This is a small version of you also have these small cards. It's like a Go map for Cluedo. Look at the small map. Look at this small map. It's not an insult. I just like it. Whoever made this, I give props to. Also, why is there one blank? And also, why does it look like? Because these two don't match up, but it looks like it should match up. And I am very curious. Maybe it was like quick matching, and they didn't really cut, which is valid. If you just cut, it's like, who cares? It's like maybe like this went here. Yeah, that actually makes sense if I was something here and they just cut it out because like who cares? Like the consumers aren't going to worry about it, which is valid. It's not important. So yeah. I'm also going to do the same intro for the other one because okay, so okay, let me also just do another thing. What is my on button? What is my on button? Okay, go there. Because I'm catching up all of the on this day. Because a lot of them are reacting, so I can't do anything with them. Okay, so I got all of them. I'm going to use the on these days first because why not? Including one for today, but that's not going to be a priority. It's very confusing. I've got a lot going on, don't worry about it. Okay, anyway. So let's go into here. The Sims Squid Game. Yeah, sure, that's what we need in our lives. More Squid Games. However, other highlight is done. Okay, I'm also going to delete the other one. Okay, because I don't need that one. Wait, no, it's easier to do the 1 minute one because the 1 minute one is 1 minute. This is gonna be so weird because there's so many moving parts today. And so odd. I'm not complaining. Because I've got holiday, I've got my stupid thing that I thought was a good idea. And I still think it's a good idea. So yeah. Starlight Express is awesome. Yeah, I don't think I need it. that means I go out of here and go immediately into Cuphead. There is so much more into Candy Kingdom. Going back to eat the frogs. Ribby and Croak. Okay, so let's put this, the Cuphead one, at 2:41. Also might try some comments instead, because that... I can start this now. Okay. Why do they don't have Sonic Express? I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, that is so true. Also, do's and don'ts of dating on Reddit reading stories on Smoshbit. Also, I don't date because yeah. Okay. What actually is? Oh yeah. I've got 2 reviews. I think technically, also tomorrow and days because I'll be stopping watching stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna cross this out. I'm also gonna cross this one out and then move all of it down, so I don't need to worry. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 23, and 24. Nay. Wait, no, I've got Reading Ninja. Change. Okay.
Kids Toy, People Want, Part 3. In 2013, the Happy Slider Tricycle.
Okay, alright.
Kids Toy, People Want.
Okay. We're back. The one is left. Up is down. That is the most. Why would like 6 people gang up and be like, yeah, this person's lying? Yeah, you. This is. If 6 people are just being like, yeah, this person's like did this and did that. It's like, what the fuck? That is so dumb. You are stupid. Okay. Oh, that's why there's one video which is over here because I accidentally downloaded one video twice. Okay, why is Okay. There's a lot of stuff happening. A lot of reviews happening. Okay, and we just actually, because I don't think it's one that I want to talk about much. No, it's Squid Games. Actually, no, it's not that much. Not more than the 10-minute ones. More than a short, meaning I need to get the review up on long anyway. It's not going to be a short on YouTube Shorts, because YouTube Shorts only, what, like 10 minutes?
It's not going to be... Okay. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is going to be long, but I don't think 10 minutes long. Because I have some things I like talking about this season. Some short, some like... Because if I look at the things I've got left, there's What If, which I want to talk about. Because there's some people who didn't like it, which is... but I love it, because I love Outside Madness. There's another series which is about something which I like, but I'm going to talk more about the non-spoiler section than the spoiler section, because I like the design, especially of like some of tech has these like sort of like symbols or like images on it. I don't know if that's something to do with the like culture. IWAJU, and I am stupid because I can't understand what is that. Miraculous. Also, why is it season 5? Miraculous. Mirage. I am going to double check what photo that is. Oh, no, I think I just copied and pasted season 5 and season 4 onto that. Because it is London World Tour. Which I want to talk about because it's a time travel episode and those shits are cool. And then you have Cells at Work, which I love. Because I heard some doctors talking about it and I so bad don't want to talk about it. There's no spoiler section. There's going to be not much of the spoiler section besides the ending, which I love as a concept. Dan to Dan, which I also want to talk a lot about. And Spider-Man, which will be 10 minutes because it's like 3 seasons. There's also The Simpsons, which might, in a way, create another Simpsons for like the next one. But because I don't know what's happening with that, I don't know. Weird stuff is happening. I might watch some more series because I've got like 3 days open. I might finish that because I've got a Crunchyroll series that is like on the back burner and like I don't have anything for it. I want to finish it. So I might finish that. But I might want to finish the current episode of that and then move on. So, yeah. Also, did I introduce anything in the first minute? No, I did. Did I? No, I did. I talked about something. Oh, yeah, Grab and Go. And then I have that to talk about as well. So, yeah. Also, my jumper is wet, so I took it out of the laundry machine. So this is somewhat wet. Not bad, but just not great. Okay, so I'm going to take up the numbers for both 13 and 14 because I don't need that right now. 15 and beyond I'm going to keep in. Wait. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, how I put it. Okay. Because next one will be recorded on the 14th, but it's the 15th and 16th. Anyway. So, yeah. Tight. Nope. I can use that for that. So, if you really think... Okay, I'm dying. Also, that's the number I went back and forward in the amount of time. I thought it was like, I'm going to have to change the number from 8 to 9. But never mind. Yeah, Squid Games. I like it. I liked the first games. And I think it was really good. And I like how this ends halfway through the game. Because, like, I think some people have also pointed out, it's like, you could have just simply done, okay, here's the main character. He finds for Squid Games episode 1.
he's a genius. He goes into the game and he says, "Oh, look at the games. Here's game 1 that very fully changed to another kid's game. Here's game 2 where they do the same thing. Here's the brawl thing that we have during episode game 2 and 3. Here's the marble game. No, I don't think it's the marble game. I don't know what games came after that. I think it's Glass Bridge, then Marbles. Then sort of no, Glass Bridge is last, so it's Marbles because only 3 people lost Glass Bridge. It's Marbles. There was another game I thought. No. Yeah, no, there isn't. I think. But then you have all of that stuff. And you could have done the exact same thing, but did they? No. They did one game, which weirdly enough was the exact same game. Does that mean all the same games are going to be the game? Maybe. I don't know. Are we going to go back to the second game and play? Oh yeah, I remember that's the game where we cut the shapes out. Are they going to do that? Who knows? And then it turns out they didn't. So they did the game where they turn around and you have to go to specific rooms. I don't know what's the actual children's game around it. Because some of the others I know are like specifically for there. Red, Great, Green Light, and Marbles, I think are like 2 of the only ones I like you do in the UK. Because the other ones are Dotchi. And even the games where you did in the thing, you have Throwing Stone, Dotchi. What is the other ones? What's the other ones? You get the ones where you have to like grab a couple like small items like this, pick it up, chuck it around. That seems so talented. Actually, no, that's spoilers. I'm gonna re-record all of that because I'm an idiot. So yeah, I had to re-record all of this because I accidentally told you about spoilers. Because I like this. And I like talking about spoilers. So, let's get the quick things out of the way. 1. I like... A lot of people talk about it. That we didn't just redo the game. If you know this, I'm fine with talking about Season 1. Season 1 I'm fine with. Because if you haven't watched Season 1, don't watch this review. Because this is talking about Season 2. So, non-spoiler stuff in spoiler stuff that'll be in Season 1 will be in non-spoilers. That's roughly how I'll do it. Because I would think that you would watch Season 1 before either watching Season 2 or thinking about watching a review of Season 2. Okay. It's just one thing I realised I haven't said, because some of the other things about like spoilers I've said, but not if it's in multiple seasons. Like an idiot. But they could have done like the thing being like, and also when I did my original recording, see Twitch highlights or Twitch originals, I did the thing where I'm like, okay, you do this. You could just do the same game and also forgot the couple of games. You could go, okay, let's go to Red Light, Green Light, which, yeah, you can see this. I'm fine with saying there's Red Light, Green Light. You can see this image up there. I'm like, by the way, what's the first game again? I have no clue. I'm not going to be that much of an idiot. Also, I'm leaning towards here because I'm leaning towards my mic, but technically this is not part of the audio. It's right here. But it's funny that I just lean. You can also then go to cutting out the honeycomb, which I want to make because I feel like that would be interesting and I would like to know what it tastes like. Then you can go to sort of like the bridge. You can go to this and you can do all of that. And one, they didn't. They changed their format. And how they changed everything is so interesting. And obviously, okay, the one thing that they introduced is, one, this is half the game, in a way. In Squid Game, the first season, it's the entire game. You see people go in, and then you see people go out, and you see the winner of the game. Squid Game is the entire game. Also, I know one person says, oh, and you shouldn't definitely make you shouldn't make a real life Squid Game. I feel like that's the same thing a lot of people replicate traitors. Should you make a game that represents betraying people? Should you, like, I think there's been a couple of versions of people making a werewolf-like game. Should you make this? Because werewolves is about being very mistrusting and very, like, secretive. And is this game, this series, clearly about, like, the difference between the upper class and the lower class? Yes. Does that mean that you can make a fun idea and make it into a game show? Do I think it's very ironic? Yes. I think it's very hilarious that they made an actual Squid Game challenges. You also haven't forgotten the Mr. Beast version, which I also like to point out is hilarious because the whole point of season 1, because this is before season 2, I'm not going to complain that there's more heavier ideology talking. Season 2, definitely near the beginning, where they don't even view the game. They sort of like look at these people who are several down. The first game is basically a choose left or right, but sometimes it's like you don't have a choice. You just choose. Like it's like between lottery or bread, is the first game in a way, and you're like, oh, what would you rather pick? Now health or in the future health? If I take the gamble and look for future health, I could have a chance that I could be better off. So it's not a choice. It's about people who in the higher ups are making the choices for you. And yeah. Also, I'm really surprised that, not for moral aspect, it's same with like the Purge video, a similar type of thing, where they talk about this ideology. But I'm surprised they don't bring up the idea of this being a way to get the numbers out. Overpopulation is a huge problem, and people can say that, like, oh yeah, this will like do this and that. I'm not saying it's morally right. No. But I'm surprised. I don't know if I'm either an idiot or like some things Din said. I know some people are like, oh, they'll just do the same anyway, so who cares? It's just like spreading the wealth. But like, you could make, I don't know. Maybe I'm being an idiot. Maybe I'm overthinking this. I love it anyway. This is fucking awesome. This is fucking cool. I like, because overall they had sort of like free games in a way. You had Red Light, Green Light, which is this game, which is Red Light, Green Light. Also, this is way longer than I thought. I thought it would be like 7 minutes, but sure, I have way more to talk about. If this is just 5 minutes, 30 seconds, but hey. You have the second game, which is basically going into the separate rooms and being like, pick a number, pick a this, pick a that. And it's really interesting. Which I don't know why that's based on, because, and then you have the third game. No, that's the third game. Then you have the second game, which is basically the idea of a seven-legged, six-legged race with a couple of like smaller games, and you have to try and beat them all. Being Dutchie, throwing stones, the game where you like pick up small things, try to go and put your own hand. That sounds really complicated. And spinning top, which is so interesting as an idea. That they're like, oh yeah, you have to just beat all the mini games and you have to survive. I also like the idea that, one, the guy with the mask, the really big cool mask, that I actually have a copy of. Here, the front man. Do I have the front man's mask? Not with me right now, but I don't know where I put it. I think it's somewhere. I know I still have it. It's broken. It's got a bit cracked because it was like a cheap one, but I thought would be cool. When season 1 came out, I don't know. You see like him as one. Like you saw, like player 1 was the main person in Squid Games. The front man does the same. Also, I love that he flat out cheats and brings himself in later on in the game, which is fun. And I also like the idea that he revealed that you sort of like, he kills one of his friends, which is fucked. I love the idea that this is basically taking him down to the level of, you see, you have to be on like my level. This is how the world works. And it's fucked. Also, I love the idea that there's another game, which is like Red Light, Green Light, which has traffic cones to like this one and a male one. And I don't know if they're doing this, but it looks like so like chicken or something like that. There's a thing about chicken and all that stuff. I don't know why. Because there's railroads and it's like I know there was a thing, or is that just me being stupid and people like chicken or running across the road? Because it looks like train tracks and you have to run across it over. But I think, like everyone else is thinking, that this is the front man's game. This is the game that's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do the game. I'm gonna like create. I'm gonna like be a part of the game, and it's so interesting overall. Because we don't have this story. We know that he was a good man beforehand with a wife and kids, and we know he entered the game at a certain point. But why did he came from a person who's fine? Because we know he became broke enough to join the games, because you're not successful having joined the games. But I like the idea that, like, what was his games? What were his games? We might never know. We might know one or two. I don't know if it'll be part of ours, because we've had a sort of red light, green light, and it's weird to repeat it, because the other games don't have a repeat. But hey, I don't know. Maybe we're around with ideas being like, we could do that again. I'm fine with it. I'm not going to complain. But it's very interesting what season 3 might be, which is the final season, which is sad. But to be fair, eventually the season had to end, and having season 2 and season 3 basically be one game, and also in a way maybe bring up number 1's game, is, I think, very fitting, in my opinion. So, yeah. But, yeah. I think this is really fun. This is really entertaining. And I 100% recommend for you to watch it. It's cool. It's awesome. And definitely with certain characters, it looks certain cool. I spoke about this way too much. And I even have a draft version. But, yeah. I love it. It is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I hope you like this video, comment your opinion, and I hope you enjoy. So yeah, and good night. Squid Game Season 2 review. Hashtag Squid Games. Hashtag Season 2. Hashtag review. I think that's one of the things that I talked about with my family once or twice, because I thought it would be like a fun idea, being like, if you would think about some of the games that you think would be a good idea to add into the game, what would you add? And one of the games that I thought would be a fun idea, because like I still think about it, like possibilities of like what game, because you could have had like, oh yeah, that could have been a game. Like one of the games that I thought would be a good idea would be What's the Time, Mr. Wolf? If you don't know that, that's a UK game where basically someone closes their eyes in front of you. I think it's also playing in Australia. If you know the episode is in Bluey, and you have to take so many steps, and you have to run away. And I like the idea that you can do that with sort of like the actual guards, and you can sort of like have a system where it's like they chase them and stab them. And you get like more and more guards as the time goes on, until you get like a lot of people out in a way. And that could possibly be a game. I'm not going to be like, and then they're going to include this. I'm pretty sure like they've probably already started like recording or even editing straight up, flat out. I wouldn't be surprised, because like that's how TV shows work. But that would be one of the games that I thought would be like a fun idea. So yeah, if you want to put a comment on like what you think would be a fun game that hypothetically could have been in Squid Games, in like any of the other 50 odd games, because you could probably just take a game and make it Squid Fire, just make it literally lethal. It's a fun idea, and I think it'll be really interesting to think about what people say. I don't know. I also don't know why I switched to this, because I don't need it. But yeah. Go there. Save.
technically doing 2 10-minute long reviews. More deleters is. Also, realistically, I might edit in the morning and go to bed and wake up at 8 and do that and just edit. And then turn the computer off and do all that stuff. I don't know. I feel like that would be about it. Okay. Also, realistically, I'm gonna add only 5, but I'm gonna not add them yet because I'm an idiot and I don't want to do it yet. Because I don't feel like it. What was that noise? But that was the bullet. Not a real bullet. Fake. Absolutely fake. Jeez. I'm so worried about like some people were like, "Oh, you have bullets in your house?" No. Okay. Okay. My reviews. No. TV series. And horror. Horror. And drama. Yeah, I might watch this episode first and then I'll go into the other thing after. Load, please. Can you load, please? Who are da da. Why is this having a problem? Why is this having a problem? No, pause. Stop this. Shakoonery. Shamoonery. So what the beef's going on? Nori. Yeah, what's going on? Can you just load? Can you do your job and load? Okay, why is it not loading? Nothing's loading. Okay, let me just do a couple of hopes and praise. Hopes and praise, 'cause you're not loading. Hopes and praise because you're not loading. That's right, okay. Why doesn't the internet just go, oh, I'm dead? Excuse me, what? It's like, I just decided to be dead now. Why? So I just feel like it also, I did say I wasn't going to do this, but because I've actually got time on my hands, I'm going to do it anyway. Why isn't it loading? This is, I get very confused easily, and when tech doesn't work for seemingly no reason, I just want an answer. Why? It is just one of the things in my head being like, why? I don't get it. It's my, like, panickety thing. It's like, it just bugs me. Being like, I don't get it. So if there's no errors, why is it not having a problem? I know there's probably, like, error this, error that, error the other. And, like, there's a whole probably thing about it. I don't know. Okay. Okay. So yeah, because I'm going to be changing the name a bit, I hope you enjoy, and good night. Also, I'm going to do the same intro.